Hello and welcome to Ohio Hobbies. Today we're stopping because we have a special hunt today. We have a roll of Merc dimes, 90% silver, 50 coins from APMEX. We have a reverse and a reverse, both enders. I'm certainly hoping there's 50 in here because it is a very short roll. I compared it to a regular current dime roll, and it's definitely a lot thinner. Now, it does claim average circulation, so hopefully there's nothing really horrible in here. I am not very familiar with the Merc dimes because I do not have many, so I did take a look in the book. They are ranging from 1916 to 1945. I highly doubt we hit any true winners like a 1916D, but hopefully we hit some of these better dates where there's only 1,000,000 minute instead of those that are 50 million minute. And some on this page here. And we can probably expect a bunch of 42s where there's 205 minute, or 1942Ds where there's 60 million minute. But we're hoping for some better dates. I doubt it just because it's APMEX and I'm sure they're already sorted. But actually we're going to keep that open so that we can kind of keep an eye on the mintage. And let's go ahead and crack this thing open and see what we can get. Yeah, let's just go ahead and rip it because they are going in a plastic tube anyway. Alright, so we definitely have some different colors. We have a couple, well, that one's really worn there, a couple worn edges. Nothing, there's a nice edge there. Alright, so let's pull these out. We'll set that off to the side. And we'll start taking a look at what we have. Okay, first one up is a 42. That's kind of what I said. I kind of expected. I do not see the mint mark on it. So we have a 42p. Let me flip the page here real quick. 42p. Yep, that's the one we got 205 million minutes. So not much of a surprise there. Another 42. That one is a San Francisco though. 42S, 49 million minutes. Still a high mintage, but it is an S mint mark. 1940 Philadelphia. We have a 44 Philadelphia. We have another S mint mark here, a 44. Now we have an older one here. It's definitely worn. It is a 1918. Not sure if you can really see that on the camera, but it is a 1918. And it's so difficult to even see if it may have ever had a mint mark. I don't think so. So we got the oldest one, 1918. Let's see what we got. 1918. We had a D and an S and a Philadelphia, 26 million minute in Philadelphia, 22 million in Denver, and 19 million minute in San Francisco. So it's not even, it's a little bit better date just because it's older, but boy is that thing really worn. And I don't know if they consider that average circulation. That's wow. All right, back to the 40s, 44 San Francisco. We get a 39 Philadelphia, another 44, a 43, a 1925. It looks like Philadelphia. I don't see a mint mark on it. Another 1918. This one not nearly as worn as the first one, but it is another 1918 with no mint mark. 1943, 1929, with no mint mark and some extra grunge. 1944, no mint mark, Philadelphia. 1936, what do we got for 36? I'm guessing it's still a higher mintage. Let's see, 1936, yeah, 87.5 million minted, so nothing crazy there. 39, Philly. 42, another 42, another 42. Wow, lots of 40s. 37, Denver. So we have our first Denver minted, and it's a 1937. 1936, definitely with some really dark toning to it. 41, 1939 Philly, 1942 again, 41, 41, and the dogs are going to bark. Alright, sorry about I had to stop that just for a second because the dogs decided to bark, and they're still whimpering a little bit in the background, so let's hope they let us finish this roll. 1942 San Francisco again. So we've got a few San Franciscos, only the one Denver though. We get another 42. There we go, second Denver. We have a pretty nice one here, 1945. It is. It still has some of the luster to it. That's a pretty nice one there. Although it's not a great year. For rarity, we have a 36D. Another 45, 43, 1940, another Philadelphia, 1942 Philly, 45 San Francisco, 41, and we have a slick one here. Holy cow. I think that's worse than the 1918. Look at that. It is. So much worse than the 1918. And it is a 1917. Wow, it's got deep scratches in it. We can still read the date, but man, everything else is gone. It's barely a dime. But it is the oldest of the batch. Look at that. Another one. Ridiculously worn. Wow. There's no way we're even going to get a date off of that one. There is no way. Not a mint mark or a date is going to come off of this thing. There's no possible way to pull that I know of. A 35. Let's finish this thing out. 37. A 44. 44. We have another Denver. 41. 42. That was another Denver. A 43. 1940. 42. And what was this one? 44? Yep, 44. And we finish out the roll with a 1943. So, as we kind of expected, mostly 1940s. I got quite a few 1930s, late 30s though. High mintage, nothing really low that we know of. Even the 1918, not really great mintage. Unfortunately, we don't know what year this one is. I will get the scope coming up here. It takes my computer, my slow computer, because it's old and outdated. Which eventually maybe we'll get a new computer and add it to the collection. Or add it to the work that we do here. But for now, we're dealing with some ancient technology. It's not really ancient, but it's about 3 years old. Anyway, so if that digital microscope comes up, we'll take a look at that. But let's go ahead and take a quick second. I'm going to shut the video off for a minute. I want to sort these in years so we can kind of take a look at what we got as a group. And we'll do a bit of a recap, and then I'll take a look at this one under the scope with you. and see if we can't pull a date from that, but I highly doubt it. All right, so hang on. It's going to be just a second for you. It'll be a few minutes for me. Okay, we have them all broke down now. We are going to go ahead and take the camera off of the tripod, and we're going to start taking a closer look at some of this. First off, we want to take a look at this one under the scope and see if there is a possibility that we can see a year. There's no way that is seeing a year. It looks like it. Oh man, I want to say it could be a 2, but I don't know. It looks like there could be a 2 in there right here, but then there's a little bit of damage here that makes it unsure. I just don't think we're going to pull a date off of that. Man, that's sad. But so I did count them. We did get our 50. So even though the roll was small, we did get our 50. No crazy dates. We'll take, let's see, let me pull the page up here. All right, so the first one, 1917, Philadelphia. We have 55 million minute. The two 1918 Philadelphias, 26 million minute. 1925, 25 million minute. The 1929. That's on the next page. We get 25.9 million minute. 1930, where are we at? 29. So we go to 35 Philadelphia. And that one is 58.8 million minute. We have 36 Philadelphias at 87 million minute, and a 36 Denver, which is 16 million minute. So that's probably our best one so far. That's a teen million. We have 237 Phillies, which are 56.8 million. 1939 Phillies at 67.7 million. 1940 Phillies at 65.3 million. 1941 Phillies, 175 million minute, way up there. 1941 Denver at 45.6 million. Then we get into the heavy hitters. 1942, look at that stack. We have 7 1942 Phillies at 205 million minute. Obviously, that's why. Then we have 2 Denvers from 1942, 60.7 million minute. And I am going to pull this one off to the side because the book does show, let's see right there, we can look for a 42/41 date on that. So let's take a quick peek if we can see a 1 behind the number 2. And we definitely do not on that one. At least not that I can see. And on the other one, I do not see anything of a 1. It does show a bit of an image right there. So you can kind of take a look at what it looks like. And I do not see either of those examples on either of those coins. So let's put them back right there. Now we also did get 2 42 San Franciscos, but those are also 49.3 million minute. 1943s, we have 5 in that stack. Those are the Philadelphias at 191.7 million minute. We go to 1944s. Look at that stack. We have 6 in that stack. 1944 Phillies at 231.4 million minute. We did get 1 Denver in 1944 at 62.2 million minute. And 2 San Franciscos, 1944 at 49.4 million minute. Then we have probably the nicest coin of the batch, obviously, is a 1945 Philly, but we did get 2 1945 Phillies at 159.1 million minute, and 1 San Francisco in 1945. And that one is a 41.9 million minute. And it does have a micro S on the back, but that is not the micro S. You can tell clearly by the size of it that it is not a micro S. And if you're curious, that is up there. That's the regular normal S, and the micro S is very small and filled in pretty much. So we do not have the micro S. Absolutely certain of that. No varieties in this, but that's okay. If you want an idea of what you can expect if you purchase a roll, sorry, dogs barked again. If you want to purchase a roll from APMEX, 50 coins, every circulation, Merc dimes. This is what I got. So hopefully you can expect a similar outcome. Maybe even get that one unique coin that slides through, but hopefully you don't get any that you can't even see the date on. It's just so slick. But it's still silver. That's what matters. We're stacking silver. All right. If you would, give me a thumbs up. Hopefully you have a great experience. There's other companies out there, JM Bullion, whatnot. Take a look around. Check out what you can find. But this is my experience with APMEX, which unfortunately is not the cheapest company, but you do get what you order, so that's the positive to it. And they are very reputable. They've been around forever. Anyway, if you would give me a thumbs up, I'd very much appreciate it down below. If you are not a subscriber, please consider subscribing and checking out all of my content, from metal melting, coin roll hunting, you name it, it's probably in there. Geocaching, we're going to do a bunch more stuff coming up, hopefully. I just got to find time for all these hobbies. Anyway, down in the description of this video, you will find my P.O. box and my email address if you wish to send anything my way. I just thought of something. I should probably get a Merc dime book now and start putting some of these in a Merc book. But anyway, that's for a whole nother story. Anyway, below that P.O. box and email address, you will find my PayPal address. If you are willing, able, and have the means to donate to the channel, it all gets invested back in here. And like I said, I am due for a new computer to do all the video editing and uploading and everything else. And some other items, but mostly like propane, stuff like that. Anyway, enough rambling. You've seen it. Here's what they expect if you buy from APMEX, sorry. And hopefully you have a great experience. Hopefully you stack silver like we are. Have a great day. Thank you for watching once again. And as always, get your hobby on.